Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
And we're going to be talking about the Boring Company flamethrower.
Next on In Depth.
Maybe out of our depth.
Maybe.
All right, so what do you got here, Jesse?
So I have what is essentially the same thing as the Boring Company flamethrower. This is a lawn and garden torch by Benzomatic, the same people who make all sorts of different fire things from little torches. And basically this is just a weed killer or an ice melter.
So explain how this works. This is a bottle of either propane or methane or MAP gas.
Yep.
And then this mixes in a little bit of oxygen here.
Yep, and then it goes down the tube and
then there's a little clicker which makes a spark and lights that on fire. And what is this meant for?
So this is meant for either killing weeds or melting ice. So
we got both. Actually.
I think we have both. Yeah. So
yeah, we definitely have some ice.
So we're gonna go take a look. Basically, should you be worried about the Boring Company flamethrower? So let's check it out. All right, this is test one of the Boring Company flamethrower lookalike versus ice. Here we go. So as you can see, it melted some ice a little bit. It's not super fast because ice obviously has a huge thermal capacity. And so it's going to take a lot of heat to actually melt ice. And since you're just sort of blowing hot air at it, it doesn't really care.
So we're back from doing our little test there. And basically this is identical in many respects to what the Boring Company flamethrower is going to be, because this is the power source for that.
Right.
Right. And I think that they've adjusted theirs slightly more to make a more exciting flame.
Right.
But it doesn't shoot out far.
So we're looking now at some World War II footage, flamethrowers, and these are real flamethrowers. Now, when we
explain the difference.
So these World War II flamethrowers were using, basically they were shooting out napalm, flaming napalm at their targets.
What's the difference between napalm and propane?
So napalm is actually a liquid. It
like a gel?
Right, like it can stick to things and then burn very rapidly. And so you're not just shooting out a flame, you're actually coating your target in flaming material.
Oh, that just keeps on burning.
Right, and it's terrifying. I mean, those flamethrowers were very, very scary.
They were designed to kill.
They were designed to kill and, clear out a bunker.
And let's talk about range. So on this type of burning device,
right.
It's going to throw out a flame that's about that long, about
right.
6 inches long.
If the mix is correct, yeah.
Right. And so what about the World War II flamethrowers?
They could shoot anywhere from 30 feet to like 80 to 100 feet, on some of the like tank-mounted flamethrowers. And they were incredibly effective and incredibly scary, but they are not what we are talking about here today. This is not going to, I can't clear out a bunker with this unless everyone was just going to run away.
Now, can we talk about where the whole idea for a flamethrower came from for, Elon Musk to sell them for the Boring Company?
It's a joke based on Spaceballs.
Yeah, so Spaceballs is a movie, a Mel Brooks movie,
right?
Which is hilarious, mm-hmm. and Elon Musk loves that movie. I'm sure he watches it with his kids.
Yep.
And so when it came time to come up with another kind of funny thing besides the Boring Company hats,
right.
He decided to sell something that was in the movie Spaceballs. There's this whole scene here, we'll show you right here, where Mel Brooks is describing merchandising.
Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made. Spaceballs the t-shirt, Spaceballs the coloring book, Spaceballs the lunchbox, Spaceballs the breakfast cereal, Spaceballs the flamethrower. That kids love this one.
And so as a joke,
one of the items is a flamethrower.
Right. And so furthermore, as a joke, Elon decided, I'll make a flamethrower. Yeah, and it'll basically just be this, but made to look like a cool gun, and I'm only going to sell 20,000 of them.
No, I just want to point out, he sold, these are about $500 each.
Right.
And he sold 20,000 in a week.
Right.
So that's $10 million.
Right.
He didn't raise that much from the hats.
Now, should you be worried about 20,000 people owning a flame shooting device? No. Because you can buy this at a hardware store for about $20.
Yeah, are there fires being set all across the world because kids can go into a lawn store and pick this up?
No, I mean this is dangerous, of course. Just like anything that creates fire, this is dangerous. If the conditions were right for a huge forest fire and I was careless and decided to burn some weeds in my lawn and it kind of got out of hand, yeah, it could start a forest fire, but I could do it with this. I don't have to do it with the Boring Company flamethrower.
Right. And I want to point out, the Boring Company flamethrower costs $500.
Right,
This
so-
costs about $20.
And
So-
it's a joke. I
right.
mean,
and so, I mean, if you're worried that kids are going to get their hands on the Boring Company flamethrower, be more concerned that they're going to get their hands on these,
Right,
which
if
are
you-
at any Home Depot.
if you wanted a Boring Company flamethrower, you could just get your hands on one of these.
Make your own. Put a little sticker right here. It's a Boring Company flamethrower.
Right, and bada bing, bada boom, you have a flamethrower.
Now, why are we doing this video? It's because there's been a lot of media backlash. So here are
Right.
some headlines now from different media sources saying that Elon has lost his marbles, that he's being too dangerous, he's being reckless. He's a funny guy, and he raised $10 million for an awesome cause. I mean, we're talking about the Boring Company. Lest you forget, this is going to hopefully solve transportation issues, congestion, pollution, people getting stuck in traffic, safety. I mean, lots of issues are going to be solved if he can solve the problems with the Boring Company.
Right.
I would love to fund that startup.
Right.
And to do it with, and also get my hands on a fun joke kind of thing.
Right. Which,
Great.
by the way, is probably just going to sit on our wall after we do the review video on it.
Right.
I mean, it's not like something where we're going to be running around with it all the
No,
time.
we might use it to melt some snow and ice,
Right.
or to kill some weeds. But
But
other than that,
only as a joke, really.
Right.
Because, I mean, we have a tool for that.
Right.
And it's here. Hope this has been educational. Elon Musk is not selling an M1 flamethrower.
Yeah, I mean, I
or
do want to
anything.
point out, I mean, if Elon had said, I'm going to sell, a Boring Company AK-47 with specialized, armor-piercing bullets, then I would completely understand people getting upset.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
a weapon that can hurt people. This is a modified toy/tool.
Right.
It really doesn't do anything more than existing things that you buy at a hardware store.
Right.
So, for all you people who I think saw the word flamethrower and rightfully thought, oh my gosh, that's really dangerous, you're right. Typically, the word flamethrower refers to these World War II dangerous weapons, and that is why Elon just tweeted out, we're not going to call it a flamethrower, it's going to be called the not flamethrower.
Right. Because it's not.
Right.
All right. Hope this has been educational and informative
And fun.
and fun. So thank you so much for watching. Now you know.